So this is our ultimate audit workbook. It's going to be found in here. It is right here. So this is the old version. I'm going to clean this out, but that's a good version that I have going. Whenever we do an audit for somebody, it all starts with understanding who the client is. And for that, we have these questions here. What is a business about? Why is that so? Who are your customers? Know what the customer says. Why is that? What do your customers care about? How do they operate? What are your business goals? What drives day-to-day business? What do people search for your business? How do you have an audience or persona? And what seasonal trends do you have? Right. So those are our questions, and then we try to fill this out as best we can for the client. And then also like why is that so? Try to fill that out as well. And then here down below, we would have keywords that would be important for the customer, right? So like what could be important for like for a nail salon, like maybe like repeat customers, right? Nail appointments. Maybe that's not a good example. Like acrylic nails, right? Would be important for a nail salon. Important to the business. That would also be important to the customer. What else would be important to customers? Like, oh man, give me some ideas of what you think would be important to customers in any
Nails, maybe.
business. For example, let's do an audit of Southland remodeling. One of the best that I've seen so far. I just typed the wrong thing there. All right. So Southland remodeling. Take it off of this thing. So let me get that. Make a copy. We'll go ahead and put this one into our shared folders. Have it in there, but this is going to be for. All right. So I made a copy because I don't want to mess up the template. And then I saved it as Southland Remodeling. All right, so put the name here, Southland Remodeling, address. This is something that you guys are going to be doing later on today. So I'm going to just take note of what we're doing here. Number. So what is this business about? Let's look at their about. All right. Go ahead and copy this. So I'm going to upload my audit template. Let's see what happens. So you can tell ChatGPT makes it a lot easier to do the audits. I think we should, because we could, technically we can do the investigation and fill this out before talking to the customers and then just confirming with the customer, the client here. So customer answer, I think we should probably put that in here. Let me add that into the template. All right, let's see what ChatGPT put in here for us. What is this customer about? Southland Remodeling stands out as a beacon of excellence in Los Angeles, bustling home remodeling and landscaping scene. As a five-star general contractor, we are recognized for our comprehensive services, including home remodeling, in addition to ADUs, bathrooms, kitchens. They're pretty much just like a general contractor with over 20 years of experience. You can tell they're in a pretty strong entity in this area here. Let's put that there. Well, what services do they offer? The services that they offer. Let me just double check right now the answers. Why should customers choose their services? So answering that questions. Let's see here. That's pretty good. How do they operate? So like the ChatGPT kind of changed the answer or rather the question, but the answer is still the same one, right? Because it's asking how do they operate, and then here it has here getting started is as simple as reaching out for a free estimate. Our team is ready to discuss. I think that's a pretty good. All right. To answer these questions, you can either use ChatGPT or just dig around on the website, see what you can find. And then the why is that we would for an answer to that. Let's see here. It goes into pretty good detail explaining how they do that. It might not all be legit information. It's really important when using ChatGPT to double check it, right? But I'm just doing this for just for the sake of demonstration of how to fill this document out. So we would fill out the why is it, and then later on we'll have a customer answer so we can ask the customer directly to confirm whether this information matches. The importance of business would be like ADU conversions, right? That's when, what does ADU stand for? I'm having a brain fart. Let's see here. ADU conversions. It stands for accessory dwelling unit. What an ADU conversion is when they convert a garage, like where a car goes, into a living area. And like in California, that's a big thing right now because the rent's really high over there, and people are converting their garages where they put their cars and making them living areas and renting them out to help out with their bills.
Oh, okay.
So that's like a trending topic right now. All right. Importance of customers, what would be like best ADU contract? So we would, go down the line, trying to fill this up as much as we can. These are just like this discovery tab here. We typically like to do it with the client so they can tell us, oh, okay, what's important to your business? What do you like to focus on offering? What's important to your customers? What do they say that they want? Just to get a really good understanding of the business and the everything about it. All right. So next thing is we have keywords, right? So let me fix this one. So I have this. All right, so keywords. So how do we go about getting keywords? The easiest way, I think, is using SEMrush. So the way I do it,
Just
SEMrush is the easiest one.
yeah.
See, like
I
for
think
example,
Uber Suggest is only limited for at least if it's not a premium, it's three keywords per day or 24 hours.
oh wow. I like to use a combination of SEMrush and also,
Keyword planner.
yeah, that one. I'm forgetting its name, but yeah, that one. That was probably one of the best. So here, these guys are here, South End Remodeling. The way to go about getting keywords is go to top organic keywords for the top ranking business, which would be these guys right here, at least in that area where we're trying to rank out. And then here we have all the keywords, and you can tell I've already added them to my workbook for this client. So I have a whole bunch of the keywords that they're already ranking for that we're going to try to rank for as well. But it's pretty easy to just select your keywords. Then you can break them down into different categories. You have informational keywords, you have commercial,
Commercial.
and then you have transactional, right? I don't see any transactionals. Let me see, where's the transactional? Transactionals there. So transactional would be like maybe best remodeler, California. Let's look that up. Remodel Los Angeles. Best kitchen remodel Los Angeles. It's not showing the intent. It didn't help us, but anything with having like best or any modifier like, that's trying to compare, that's already showing that ready to buy. Watch a little video. Do what Mr. Neil Patel has to say.
Neil Patel. He's the owner of Uber Suggest, right?
Yeah. I think he sold it.
The Uber
I'm,
Suggest.
I think he did. I'm not too sure. Or I think he was planning on selling it. But yeah, like he's definitely involved with them.
I think we could hear the audio.
All right. That's pretty That was pretty good video. So I was hoping that he would talk more about the different types of keywords. Maybe I can find that somewhere in here. Yeah, there's not much that I can find so far. Anyway, yeah, but there's informational, transactional, and commercial, and they're all different, and they all have different intents behind them. When you fill out your document, you want to take that into consideration here. So this is just a basic template. We have other workbooks that have, it's more visible, like the value of the keywords. Let me show you that. So we have here, so these are the keywords through SEMrush. And this is for remodeling. So like he was talking about, you want to have one that has like you want to pick keywords that have high volume, but below difficulty. So here you can see the difficulty goes up. The higher it is, the darker red it is, the lower it is, here it is
Sorry.
to rank out. So if you look at this right here, I do contractors near me, that would be pretty easy. 1,000 searches, 11 is difficulty. You could probably rank that really quick. And the same thing for anything that I do right now is pretty good. And then here you can also see the cost per click on the right side. But typically what we'll do is we'll go through and we'll pick the keywords that main services that we want to target, right? And we'll have a bucket of this list right here, but even more refined because this is already, it's quite a few right here of keywords, 286. And then we have this other one over here. This is from Google Keyword Manager. And this one has 330. So like 600 keywords that we got in here. But same thing with these competition. So this is how difficult it would be to rank it. And volume is right here. So again, you want to go with something that has high volume, low competition like that right here, right? I do contractors near me. And that's not the same thing as in SEMrush. But we do want to do the bare minimums of the keyword research. To do that, you just download the keywords, this thing. Go up. All right, go down. That's cool. So you pick your keywords and then you export. You can export them to CSV from right here. You can select all 2,000, right? Or you could just pick the ones that you want. I already went through and picked the ones that I want, so I'm just gonna, just for the sake of demonstration, I'll just select 100. CSV, download. Got it right here. Just copy, paste. To paste it, it's Command Shift V. And then here it has the difficulty. I already highlighted it. Search volume, what have you. Go through that. Okay. So we can also get keywords off of Search Console. So you might not have access to Search Console when you're doing an audit, but if you do have access to Search Console, you can put the keywords in here. Let me show you how that would look. So here's this is Search Console, performance, and then under performance here we have the keywords that we're popping up for. This one you can change the amount of keywords that come up. So you can see here. And we're getting most impressions for lost and found pets in El Paso, and also the most clicks. So we're about like maybe 10%. And then we would copy these, right? You can also export these as well. Here's the export button on the top. Download to CSV. And then we put it in here. Command Shift V. Okay. All right, Screaming Frog Crawl. This is also something that you would be using for your audits. So what's that? Software modeling. I had it open somewhere. Put a frog. So a couple of things to note here whenever you're using the Screaming Frog is you want to look for how the website's optimized. Right now when it finishes doing its thing, I'll show you guys. Are you guys familiar with using Screaming Frog?
Yeah.
Yeah, not too familiar. Okay. So look, a couple of things that you want to know whenever you're crawling a website, right? Things that will optimize a page are the title tag, the meta description, and the H1, right? So those three things are like essential for you to rank. And if you want to rank for a keyword for a specific property, for example, like this is a homepage right here, you want to have the main keyword that you want to rank for in the far left, and then you want to have the modifier that you would want to have, like the one that you want to rank for the most, right? These guys are trying to rank in Los Angeles, so Southland Remodeling. So their homepage has a title tag of general contractor, which is what they're trying to rank for Los Angeles, and then five-star remodeler. And then you're gonna have that same like repetition again in the description, right? So the best Los Angeles general contractor, we're a five-star remodeler, blah blah blah. Then they have a couple of the services that they have in there. So the same type of like structure is what you would want to have when on pretty much any page that we're trying to optimize. And then the third thing would be the H1. So the H1, it also has the five-star general contractor in Los Angeles is the H1. Okay, so you can see that they repeated general contractor in Los Angeles several times in both the title and the meta description and also on the H1. So if you go through all the pages, for example, let's look at one of the service pages that they might have on here. Kitchen remodeling blog. No. For example, room additions, right? That's the one I'm on right now. So same thing, right? Building room additions in Calabasas. That's what they're trying to rank for. And then they go and have that same local modifier in there. And then they talk about an experienced top rated builder sharing with you the ins and outs of building room additions in Calabasa. So they're just repeating the same thing over. And then the H1, same thing. So it's the same thing over and over and over again. Okay, so what you would do is you would copy this and you can export this through here. And you would do all the comma separated value of all the pages that you can get. You can do up to 500 for free. We don't have the paid version of this yet, but if we need it, we'll get it in the future. But for now, we're just going to use the free one. Do you guys have any questions about this? All right. So while that downloads, let's see here. Where's that? Downloads. Did I download it? There it is. All right. So same thing. You just copy it. And then we put it into our audit workbook. All right. So there we have the information about the page that it's going to help us determine how they're ranking up their pages and what have you. We've got the H1s, H2s, H3s, amount of keywords and what have you. That's pretty much what we would need when we're doing the audit. And once you do the audit, like we'll do a deep dive into it more, but this is just pretty much how you would go about gathering the information for it. All right. So next thing we're gonna do a name check. Tells you here what to do. Copy and paste the name into Google search and check for the page one results. All right. When you're doing this kind of stuff, you want to go incognito. So you click on right here on the top right of your Google Chrome, and then you have new incognito. You can also do Shift Control N on a Mac or Shift Command N, and that'll open up a new incognito for you. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna type in Southland Remodeling. All right, so while in the search results, look for mentions of other businesses with the same name. Okay, so you want to do that because if a business has a name that's similar to another business, it makes it a little bit more difficult to rank it. And I'm actually experiencing an issue with that right now with Credit Repair or Credit Services of America. So let me show you what happens. Services. So when you do Credit Services of America, you get their website, but then you start getting all these other mentions, like Farm Credit Services of America, which is a different business. So there's a little bit of dilution, right? So and that would make it harder for us to rank, and then we would just have to create more citations to overtake those listings there. So we look for Southland Remodeling. we see here that the only thing that I noticed it's like inconsistent is the way that the name is spelled. So we have here South Space Land Remodeling, and here we have one single word, South Land Remodeling. So there's inconsistency there. Oh, also on Yelp, we have inconsistency there. So just make a little note of it. All right. Name inconsistent. Okay. So next thing, we're gonna do the same thing, but now with maps. Okay. The same incognito, go into maps now. So what you're looking for in maps is duplicates of the same name. Okay, so we do have possibly some duplicates. So we have Southland Remodeling and Construction. All right, and then we have Southland Remodeling Inc. Okay, so what we have here is we have two businesses with the same name. So South Space Land is one, and Southland, a single word is another one. Right? So there's inconsistency there, right? So we have two businesses. All right. So next thing I'm gonna do is use Melissa data, and we're gonna see if the target city is where the business is located. So we have Southland Remodeling Inc. I think it's not the right one. Let me see here. Oh, yeah, it's right there. So yeah, Southland Remodeling Inc. is the business. So they're saying that they're in Los Angeles. Take a look at their address. Copy it. Open up Melissa data. Melissa address lookup. So put the address. So these guys are in Sherman Oaks. They're in LA County, but they're in the city of Sherman Oaks. Make a note of that. I can type in here. Going on. All right. So there's other ways of doing the search. I think Google Maps is the easiest way, but you can also save the listing while in Maps and then search for the city in Google. So let me show you how that goes. So let's save the city in Google Maps. Where's my Google Maps? Save it. Oh, that's gonna sign in. That's them right there. So you just zoom in. That's not them. What am I talking about?
I think it's
I
located
got the
below.
wrong one. Sorry, guys.
Located below.
That's them right there. All right.
Yeah.
So you zoom in, see where they're at. All right. And looks like they are in Sherman Oaks. You can tell right away there. Sherman Oaks right here. But they're listed in Los Angeles. That's just how that goes there for them. But it's important to know whether or not the address that they have, the business has, is listed or is located in the city or in the location you're trying to rank. Because if you remember, there's three things that will help you rank on Google, right? So it's one of them is location, right?
Fine.
So if the location is not the location where your business is at, it's going to be really hard to rank it. So that's main reason why you want to check this out. Otherwise, you might have a lot of difficulty trying to rank somebody. All right, so we got that. So we checked on the maps. Looks good. Showing Sherman Oaks. Just put that in there. All right, copy and paste the address into Google search and check other businesses using the same address. So this is another thing that we're going to be doing to see if there's a duplicate listing. Okay. Let's go ahead and go into contacts, get the address from their website. Now, I think the address that they have listed on Google is different than the one that they're using here. Let me see. Oh, no, it's the same one. I am incorrect. All right, so go to Google. And again, this is going to be with the incognito window. All right, and let's see who else is using that same address. We got a bunch of people using that same address. We got Elizabeth Marcus Real Estate, correct. I might actually see. It's a different suite number. Same address, different suite. So I guess the suite is the only difference in the post office, the LA Postal Center. All right. So make a little note of that. All right, so I forgot to change this here. Do we have an error or an issue? So B is for not good. All right, so if you notice something is out of whack, you put a B in there. All right, so we're gonna check the phone number now. So for the phone number, go ahead and pull up the business again. And same thing, you're just gonna go to Google, type in the phone number. Where's my incognitos at? Got too many windows open. So you can tell that they're the only ones using that. And again, like you have that same inconsistency with the address. So they should definitely probably look into that. Looks good. All right, so that's actually this phone number check is belong there, belongs right here. Insert one row above and B row. All right, that's good. Copy and paste the phone number, Google search, look for other businesses. Good. Want search results, check for mentions of different addresses and name variations. Yes, name variations are there. All right, so we have South space land, land. All right, so now we're gonna search nearby in Google Maps based on top level categories. So the way we do that, go to Google Maps. I don't know, zoom in. So their top level category. Do you guys remember what the top level category is for these guys? So the top level category for them is general contractors because that's what they're kind of ranked for, right? So general contractor. So as we go down, I don't even see them anywhere. So they're not even on the top of search. They're not even on there. Or are they? Let me see. No? All right. Bad. Not showing. Search by name in Google Maps. We've already done that, but I'll just do it again just for the sake of it. And mod. There it is. And then have the results. We have 3 results that came up. All right, next one. So the next one is we're going to check for possum filtering. To do this, you can open up Maps and pull up the target address. Okay, so where's the address at? All right, here. Open up Maps, pull up the target address, search nearby, and type in the top level broadest keyword. Oh, didn't we already do that? I think I have this one in here twice. Or no. All right, we'll hold off on this one right here. All right, so when Maps, type in the main category plus city and slowly zoom in the address you're looking for in the listing. Okay, so let's try to do this right here. So general contractor loans. They don't even come up because they're in Sherman Oaks. So they have one of the most optimized websites, but their Google business isn't that optimized, as you can tell here. All right, so this is bad. Not showing up on maps for main category plus city. And that might have to do also with them not actually being in Los Angeles. They're in Sherman Oaks. Let's try general contractor Sherman Oaks. General contractor Sherman Oaks.
I think located above, there is a oak remodeling.
Up above?
Yes. Upper part.
Oh, okay. I think I saw him. Where is it?
Uh,
Right here?
do it right seconds.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So they're coming up.
Sorry. That's
So you can see that they're trying to rank for Los Angeles, but they're in Sherman Oaks, and because of that, they're not ranking in Los Angeles when somebody in Los Angeles looks for them. But if somebody in Sherman Oaks was to look for general contractor in Sherman Oaks, then they would find them. So that just means that the address is definitely, it's going to be difficult to help them rank for that. It would just require a lot more citations and like local citations, like local content and, you know, location pages and what have you. So next thing we're gonna do is a category check. How do you do a category check? There's software that I use for the category check, but you can also check the categories right from the actual business property. Right here, you can see these guys are general contractors, right? General contractor. When they have multiple, because you could be multiple categories, that's something that you would need the software that we use, this one right here. And I can probably give you access to it too. So I'll look into that right now. But here you can see GMB categories for these guys: dentist, cosmetic dentist, emergency dental service. And you'll notice that the top ranking are usually going to have the same categories for us for any given SERP. All right. Do you have any questions about that so far, guys?
None so far, David.
All right. Most businesses lose their GMB category after three, when they have three or more Google business categories. You shouldn't have more than three unless you absolutely have to. And then when you have three, you also need to have pages and content that relates to those three, because it's not going to help you if you don't have that. So it's an important thing to note. So we have, so hybrid service area radius check. So I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one because I forgot how to do that. Make this one red. All right. So for businesses with multiple service area businesses, listings over the radius ensure that there are no radius that overlaps another listing. All right. So for that, so just gonna have to hold off on that one. So next thing is a NAPW consistency. Just very briefly, you would look up the address, right? The phone number, the website, and the name of the business. So we've already noticed there's some inconsistencies with the name, right? You want to have the same citations everywhere. So like on your Facebook, you want to have the same business name, same address, same phone number, same website that you were going to have on the Google business property. So if it's not the same, then that causes problems. That would be one here that would be having issues. Incorrect name. Name incorrect. So completely fill out their hours of operation. So the hours, you would also put them in a different section. So maybe we could take this one out. So now, if using a tracking phone number, be sure to add the main local number as a secondary phone. All right, so that you would do on Google. So you would have a secondary phone. These guys don't have a secondary phone. Let's see if these guys have one. You might have one. No. I think we have a secondary on our salon, Delicious Nails. Let's take a look at that. Not showing the secondary phone either. I guess I took it off. All right, so you would want to have the secondary phone as not the main phone. The secondary would be the call tracking phone, right? If you're using tracking phone number, be sure to add the main local number. The main local number would be the secondary phone. The tracking phone would be the Google business number. So for that contractor that wants a website, like that would be something that we would do. So we would have their main business number as a secondary number and the call tracking phone as the primary number. And that way, so we can track the calls that come to them. So you don't want to add the main category to the business name, unless that's your business name, right? So that's something that you want to look for. When uploading photos, be sure to upload some with the same ones from the website location page. So let's take a look at the website that we're doing the audit on. So let's go to the location page that they have. They have a whole bunch of them here at Sherman Oaks. So they would need to have some pictures like these right here. Take a look at the Google business. Photos. I mean, I don't see that they have any pictures. Okay. Why does it do this? Yeah, and they do. So that's good. So they're doing a good job on that. That's good. Pre-populated questions and answers focused on top-level keywords and local modifiers. All right, so let's take a look and see if they have that. They have FAQs up in here. They don't have any FAQs, which is definitely an opportunity for them. All reviews should be responded to using keywords responses. All right, let's take a look at that. It's probably not going to have that either. Take a look. Always a pleasure. Thank you for support and referrals. All right. So that's not the way to respond to this, right? So you would want to respond to this using keywords.
Mhm.
Easiest way to do it is just to copy it and then put it into ChatGPT. And if you have the keywords already saved on ChatGPT, you can just have a session with your chat that's already pre-populated, or you could just tell it what you want. For a genre. All right. So you can tell here, look, this response here is way better than the response that they have because all they put is always a pleasure. Thank you for your support and referrals. Okay, everything you put into Google gets indexed, even the responses to the reviews. Okay, so it would be a smarter move to put in this response here because it's targeting local areas, right? So from Los Angeles area to Beverly Hills to Santa Monica and beyond. Like it has a lot of fluff in there. You can tell that it's more keyword rich and it's higher value. It's a higher value response because it's gonna generate more traffic because it's gonna get indexed for the keywords in here. Like you always want to respond to all your emails to your reviews with keywords. So these guys aren't doing that. So let's go ahead and put bad. Okay, it's already in there. Put a note. Generic response. Okay. So Google Business Post. So that's going to be the next thing. So let's take a look. I don't even think they're doing Google Business Posts. No, they're not. So they're not doing any Google Business Posts. So Google Business Posts should be interlinked. And actually the interlinking is not something that's an option anymore that I can tell. So I don't know how we would go about doing that, but they should also be keyword rich. So just go ahead and put they're not using them. Boom. Not using bad. All right. So next thing. So we want to go and check their website to see if they're cannibalizing. You guys know what cannibalizing is?
Yeah.
Do you know what that is, Diana?
I remember the location of the company. There are some same for that same name, something like that. I'm sorry.
So cannibalization would be where you have non-location pages that are, or non-location pages should not target location keywords. So for example, if you have if you're a plumber, right, you wouldn't want to have sink repair El Paso, or that's like city where I live, and then try to optimize for plumber in El Paso on a different page because then you're cannibalizing. You're trying to target El Paso in both. So what you would want to do optimally is have just plumber or just sink repair and then link out offering services in El Paso. Does that make sense? Did I get that right, John, or did I just give wrong information? What do you think?
That's right.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, if I say something wrong, let me know. Sometimes I say wrong things. All right. So next thing we're gonna do is we want to check top ranking pages for search terms and look for URL, page title, H1 tag, and keywords in the content. We've already done that with Screaming Frog, right? But you would want to go through and check all the top ranking pages that you have. How you find top ranking pages is also what you can use Screaming Frog. Oh, sorry. Gotta close this here, close that. Let's go to pages. And here you have the top ranking pages, right? So Southern remodeling, put shower ceiling ideas for your bathroom. So that would be one of the top ranking pages. And then what we would be doing is checking those pages for the H1s, titles, the tags, just to make sure to see how they're optimizing. If the URL contains the main keyword using variation, the page title typically. That's not what's happening here with these guys though. They're using it all. Like they use general contractor Los Angeles and in all three spots, H1, meta description, and the title. If the URL does not use the main keyword, page title should have the main keyword as the beginning and brand at the end. All right, so if the URL does not have the main keyword, so Southland Remodeling would be the URL, right? So the page title should have the main keyword at the end and beginning of the brand at the end. All right, so let's take a look at that. So it's both Screaming Frog. They don't have the URL and the main keyword. The main keyword in the URL. All right, so that's bad. So the H1s, so we can check the H1s. So we look at the H1s. You can also check the H1s here on this H1 tab. So what is it asking us here? H1s can typically be secondary keywords or a variation unless the search shows otherwise. All right, let's see what the keywords are. So we have 5-star general contractors, garage conversions, best home remodeling, kitchen remodeling. So they're using the keyword, so that's good. Images should also be a geotag. That's not a thing anymore. So geotagging is not a thing, but the description should include local modifiers for local pages, not just in general. Images should be named keyword variations. Okay, so let's take a look at their alt tags. So a couple things to keep in mind when you're looking at images, the way that they're saved is also important. So these guys are like missing out on some opportunities to optimize these images a little bit more. If you look at this image right here, it's got like some random like string in there, that JPEG. A better way to do it would be the name of the service that they're trying to rank for. So like a do contractor dot png, a keyword variation that they're trying to target. And then the alt text, take a look at their alt text. This is the alt text. Where's the alt text? I'm having a brain fart. Language pagination, directive, images.
I
Content
think you can have it on the drop down, David, at the
for left.
it says all, yeah, below that. No, no. You can go back to images
Images. Images.
there, and yeah, below that internal, there's a drop down for all. Yeah, alt
Okay.
text over, yeah, missing alt text there.
So they're all pretty much missing alt text. That's not gonna find it.
There's an over as well, over 100 characters alt text.
Look at that. The heck? So they don't have anything with alt text in it? Is that right or kind of
Yeah,
weird?
there. You can go. Can you try to go back? There's missing alt attribute alt text. Yeah. Missing alt text. You currently have 117 at the moment.
So that's definitely an opportunity for these guys. If they don't, especially for remodeling, if they want to get found, people usually look for images, right?
Yeah.
So if you go to like incognito and do conversions, LA, right? Go to images. Like if they want to get listed up in here, they need to have that alt text, right? So these guys will have alt text. So that's definitely an opportunity for them. H2 tags can be partial match or generic text. Go down the line for that. Let's take a look. The H2s. So for H2, right here we have H2 to H1. H2. All right. So home remodeling, a garage conversion versus an ado. Yeah, they're like doing that. Look at the keywords that they have in here. Right. So that's pretty good. Set your main service area or GMB categories as a bulleted list. And the H3 tags also works well with the link. All right. So main service or GMB categories as a bulleted list. So how do you check for that? categories. So they don't have multiple categories. So we can't really gauge it off of them. But you would look on the website and see if they have a bulleted list of the categories and those categories in H3 tags. And then you also, it says here, you want to link them to the corresponding pages. So like they would have to be interlinked. You would want to have one H3 tag that includes your keyword plus city plus region. So it would be like a general contractor, Los Angeles, California, you know? So it includes keyword plus city plus region. And then you want to have that in the H3. So let's take a look and see if they have it. All right. So H3. I don't even think they have H3s up in here. No, they don't. So we can check it that way. So the way we can check it is if you go into the page, home, source 3, 63 H3s. Not gonna be good. Yeah, just slim it down a little bit. No H3s. So they don't have it. So no bueno. That's bad. All right. So they want to have driving directions from the airport using the 3-letter airport code. That'd be ideal for these guys. So let's take a look and see if they have that. Usually it would be like on the footer. Nothing on the footer. Maybe on the location page. Full service, home bathroom. Don't have it. All right, so add links to top local directory and top trusted review sites. So they do have that. I saw it on their footer. A whole bunch of them. That's good. Embed Google Maps in here. They don't have that. List the company name, address, phone number, hours, GMB categories. This is used for data highlighters. Yeah. So this is not actually something anymore. This is an old thing. They don't do the highlighting anymore in Search Console. So let me cut this out. All right, so list out the top rated brand mentions, profiles, review sites, directory listings, etc. So how do you do that? It's good old Google, right? So I'm not gonna go into it too much because so we can do other stuff and finish doing this here. So you guys could start doing your own audits, but type in Southland. I can't even spell anymore, guys. All right, so we got Instagram. Put that in there. And then just keep on adding in there, whatever else is gonna add. All right, so internal linking, use Search Console or SiteLiner to check out the internal linking. We can't check out the internal linking through SiteLiner. I know you could do it through Screaming Frog. How do we do it with Screaming Frog? You know how to do the in links? In links, right? That's how you check it. So you can see how it's linking it out. Yeah, so you can see here. All right, so for example, the homepage right here, it's linking out. And then navigation. All right, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to place you guys on a quick hold, okay? Gotta take a quick call. Give me one second,
Okay.
guys. Okay, guys, can you hear me?
Maybe.
Yeah, David.
All right, good, yeah. All right, the inlinks, the easiest way to do it is with SiteLiner. That's if you have access to the website. It's just a plugin. I really don't see too many. We see here that they have from the homepage, they have links out to garage conversion Los Angeles. You can see that they're doing linking, which is really important. So that's good. But the easiest way is with, so that's good. Let's go ahead and put a G in there. So SiteLiner top pages with internal links should link to the location page too. That would be with SiteLiner. So you want to check location pages. Top pages with links should link to the location page too. So that's what's happening here already. If you look at this guy, they have the Sherman Oaks in here somewhere because I know that for a fact. Yeah, so they have Ventura County contractor, West Los Angeles. So they're linking out to their location pages, which is like what this says here, right? You want to link out to your location pages. So next thing, how pages of traffic should link to location. We already kind of covered that already. So citation check, we've already gone through and checked to see what citations they have. So we want to find if they have any duplicate or top tier missing listings if they have two Facebooks, for example, or two Instagrams or what have you. You want to take note of that and look for those. And we also, once we're doing this, we want to make sure if you notice a lot of inconsistencies, like we would definitely want to do like a full audit. And then to do that, we would use like a software to get that done. And that software, oh man, I'm having a brain fart right now. Can't think of the name of it, but I'll get it to you guys. But what is it called? White Spark? No, I don't know. I'm having a brain fart. But sometimes you have to do an audit for the citations. There's many different softwares that you can use, but they all do the same thing. They look for how the business is represented on search and different citation sources. All right, so here you would put all citations that you found, and if they have a valid name, address, phone number, and website. Next is a Google Business Audit. So we would check the business name, make sure the business name is correct, address, phone number, website, make sure everything connects to this. So I had the macros set up to auto-populate this, but I don't know, it broke, so we're gonna have to manually do it for now, but I'll get it fixed for us. But yeah, whenever you're doing your audit, you want to make sure that the business name is correct. So if it's valid, put a yes. The phone number is correct. Business description, does it have one? The business description would be on the Google business property. Description, I don't see a description anywhere. Look for their name. Oh, it is. So this is a description. That's good, right? So you put, yeah, they have it. Category, they have it. Category is it legit? Is it incorrect? Correct. General contractors. Hours. Do the hours match up on the website? Sometimes they don't. If they don't, put an N. If they do, put yes. Do they have reviews, FAQs, photos, posts, video, and services? So I don't think they have services. I didn't see any. They have categories. So I don't see any services for. Here we have some of the citations that they have. All right. So the bottom part, this right here, you're gonna need the auditing software to do. So you don't necessarily have to do this part for any of the audits that you guys are gonna be doing. You are gonna do this one here, the design check. Is this a responsive design? How do we know if it's responsive? All right, let's pull it up. So if it's responsive, as the viewport goes down, it should change. Not really changing. So what the heck? I know it's check my phone. House land remodeling website. Yeah, so it's responsive. I don't know why it's not breaking on my browser, but it's responsive, so it's good. About, do they have an about page? Take a look. Yes, they do. About. Do they have a contact? Yes, they do. Do they have a silo structure? Silo structure is when one page leads to the next one. For example, kitchen remodeling. We got services, remodeling. I'm linking that anywhere. When it's not really a silo structure per se, I can tell. It's have a lot of content. All right, so it's linking out to contact. Not really. I'll put no, no silo structure. Do they have two calls to action on their website? One free and one paid. Let's take a look. All right. So there's get a free estimate. Even though it's a free, this is still not a free estimate because they're trying to sell something. So a free call to action would be something that somebody can download and just get value from. That could include like maybe a PDF on how to do conversions, checklist of 10 things you should do to before you do a conversion or something like that. And the reason why you want to have both is a lot of times like people might not be ready for an estimate, but they might be ready to do a little bit of research and maybe in the future do become customers. And if you have something free for them to get that's of value, then you can use that to retarget them in the future, with marketing campaigns and what have you. So correct URL structure, you're using the correct URL structure as far as I can tell. If you look at the Screaming Frog, did I erase it? If I did, I'll have it on my spreadsheet too. On my spreadsheet. But if you look at the URLs, so if you look at the URLs, you can see that they're not targeting, for example, location service let me see here. Incorrect URL structure would be something like southlandremodeling.com/service / a do conversion. That would not be ideal. You would want to have that just southlandremodeling.com / a do conversion. And that for the most part, that's how they're doing it. I don't see anything on here that's out of the ordinary. They got posts, which would be like the blog post. Okay. What happened to my all right. Forgot to put the notes here. No free. Are they using OG data? Do you guys know what OG data is?
No, I don't know.
All right. So this is what you do to see if they're using OG. Go to Google, Facebook. Actually, I think I have to. You have to have an account, so I use this one here. Facebook, OG. So it's pretty easy to use. You just put in the name of the business in here, and then or whatever URL you're trying to check, rather, not the name of the business. Let's take a look at the contact. So this is the OG information right here. So you have an image. This is an open graph image. You have like the URL information, canonical. You have a meta description. There's a description right here. Okay. So they are using OG, so that's good. A lot of people aren't, and that's not good for them because they're not going to be able to optimize. Images tagged with keywords? No, right? Because we looked up the images, the image names are not keyword optimized. Geotagged images, that's not an option anymore. It doesn't make a difference anymore, so I'll delete that. Footer with the call to action on and maps, they don't have that. Site directs to the preferred version. What does that mean? So if you go to, I can tell you right now it does because I'm looking at it right here. It has a www. But if you do like http:// should redirect, and it does. It redirects to HTTPS. And the same thing for www. Are they using SSL? Do you guys know what SSL is?
Certificate, something like that. Another certificate for secure.
Yeah, so if they're using SSL, they're gonna have the HTTPS, and then you can look at the view certificate information here, cookies and data. You can see the certificate is managed on the device. You can see like what kind of stuff they have, but it is SSL. So HTTPS. Robots.txt, does that exist? How do you check that? Go to the URL, type in robots.txt. This is a robots.txt file. If they have disallow and then like slash, that means that they're going to disallow everybody. So right here, like you can see that they're disallowing like Lightbox, so they don't want that crawled. They're allowing like all pages, all user agents. If they have this, it's pretty much all you need to know. You don't have to know beyond that. So that's good if they have it. And I would definitely recommend when you're doing the audit, If you notice something that's out of the ordinary, if you have disallow and then the slash, which means disallow the home page or disallow slash page name, for example, that's not a good thing because that means that page can't get crawled, right? And if it can't get crawled, then you can't get the traffic to it. It devalues the website. That's why I have disallow of important pages in robots. So that's good. XML sitemap exists. So you can see if the sitemap exists right here. This is your sitemap for this website. This is the sitemap for yeah, the blog post, page sitemap, and the blog categories. Take a look at them. On their pages sitemap, you have the about, I do Los Angeles, bathroom remodel, a whole bunch of different pages up in there. But now HTML sitemap created. So I don't see an HTML sitemap anywhere for them. Usually an HTML sitemap would be on the footer. This would be like an HTML sitemap right here. The home, about, services, testimonials, contact, affiliate. All the pages, the main pages will be in a map like that. So they don't have that I can see. So that's definitely an opportunity for them. All right, moving on. Oh no. Okay, are they using a favicon? Do you guys know what a favicon is? So this is I'm pointing at it right now. Like that like icon right there next to the URL name on the
Yes.
page name. That's a favicon. Like if a
On
lot of times if they
like an
want to have that,
icon.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's important to have. So they're using it. So they're good. Broken links. You can check broken links on the Screaming Frog. All right. So if you have any broken links, they'll come up here. I don't see any broken links. No, no broken links. Meta keywords. Do you guys know what meta keywords are? So meta keywords are not should not be used anymore. Some people still use them, but if they're using them, it's actually not recommended. So shouldn't have it. So if you do have it in there, just put a note that you do have it and what keywords they have. Next thing would be GC metrics. Let's go ahead and see how fast it loads up. So it should be under 3 seconds. And we also have Google Page Speed Insights. Let's use that one too. Been a while since I used GC metrics. Okay, I already have one. Forgot my password. All right, we'll do that later. But let's take a look at the Core Web Vital Page Speed Insights. So this page is slow, 35. Surprising that it's so slow and it's such a high ranking page. So just make a note of that. Oh, all right. All right. So last thing, we got analytics. Analytics, you really don't have access to this unless you have access to the account. And then the schema markup. There's also the page that you can use from Google for the schema markup. Where's it at? Let me pull it up real fast here. Google schema tester. Paste in the name of the business or URL. That's the URL. And then here you can see what schema they have. All right, so they have 3 valid items detected. Preview their results. Okay, what's going on here? They got breadcrumbs, local business. This is a local business schema that they have. So the name, again, like it's inconsistent here too. Like Southland, 3 words. Address is the same one. It's missing the suite number. So that's definitely an issue there. You want to make note of that schema, copy it. Okay, and then you want to put in the type of schema they have. So they have location. I gotta change this here. Sorry, guys, this is a work in progress here. Location, organization, crops. And then you would do that for each of the main pages that they have. Okay, so that's how you would do an audit. And then with an audit, the purpose of doing it is to identify the areas of opportunity for business. Just with the audit that we've done so far for these guys, some of the things that they should work on is making sure that they have consistent name, address, phone number, website. That's not consistent. And they would also need to work on optimizing their Google business property to show them more relevantly in on Google Maps. And yeah, there's other things that that we can recommend to them, but this is what you would be doing. All right. So how do you guys feel about being able to do an audit on your own?
I feel exciting. This is really my first time to do it with the following sheets you have showed us. So it feels me excited also.
Huh. All right. What about you, John? What do you think you would be able to do an audit? I wonder what happened to John. Hello, John, are you still there?
Hello, David. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I couldn't hear you there
Yeah,
for a bit. Do you think you would be
yeah.
able to do an audit with this template?
I'd be able to since there's guide for the same like a website audit, but it's like uncommon for me because mostly I do website audits before straight from the website. But I have a question though. This is recorded, right?
Yeah,
Are we able to access the video just in case for guide in the near
yeah,
future?
yeah. I'm gonna put it on YouTube so you can check it out.
All right. Yeah, I'm excited to do it though.
All right, good deal. Okay, so what I would like for you guys to do right now, I mean, it's time for you guys to take a break. We kind of went over a little bit before taking a break. So take a break, take like maybe like a 15-minute break, and then when you come back, I would like for you to do your first audit, and then you guys are going to be auditing the same businesses together.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I want you to audit Garcia Water Care, which is one of our properties, to see
Mm-hmm.
what it is that you find on there and what inconsistencies we have.
Okay.
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 So I'm gonna in your folder that you guys have, I'm gonna go ahead and put a copy of this template so you can build it and fill it out for Garcia Water Care, and then
Okay.
just take it from there. So I'll contact you guys again about it took me a while to do it, so I would say in about 4 hours. You think that would be good enough time, or is that too much or too little? What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's okay.
You think that's good enough
It's
time?
Yeah.
it's gonna be okay though for first time.
I think that's good. It's a good measure of time to see, how long it's gonna take you guys.
Yeah.
And then remember to record yourselves and then upload the videos too, okay? So we can
Okay,
track to see how you guys are working.
okay, David.
All right. Yeah, so
Okay.
take your 15-minute break, guys, and then just jump back on here in 15 minutes. And then in your folder, you're gonna have the template, and then just fill it out for Garcia Water Care and do the audit for them. Okay, as best you can.
Okay.
And then if you're missing, if you don't have all the tools that you need, the keywords or what have you, it's okay. Just do the best you can with what you have available to you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
All right.
thank you,
Thank you,
David.
guys. What's up, guys?
Hey, David.
How's it going there, John?
Yeah, doing good. Still quite a few struggle. Or we skip keywords, search consoles
Uh-huh.
for the meantime. Just don't have Submerge, and for search console as well, we don't have access for the search console for this business name.
Okay.
Or yeah, and we are currently doing local audit right now, but
Okay.
there are some views that we forgot the process, and yep, so far so good.
Okay. Cool. So since I'm recording the video on Zoom, as soon as the video is over, then it'll compress and then I can upload it to YouTube so
Mm.
you can refer to it. What about you, Diana? How's it going with you? I know I said like in what, 3 hours, 4 hours we're gonna meet up again. So you said right now you're still doing the website audit, right? So the actual on page
The local audit right
local audit.
now.
Okay, cool deal. All right,
Yeah.
sounds good. Were you able to fix your computer so you can record again, or are you still having that issue?
Yeah, I've deleted some files though, but not sure. I think over the weekend I'm gonna clean up my drives.
Excellent. Very good. Okay. All right, sounds good. Just keep on working on it until 3 p.m. and then that would be the end of it. Finish up as much as you can.
All
And
right,
then
David.
tomorrow we'll meet up at 6 to talk about what we uncovered.
Okay.
Sounds good. No, just stay on here for Diana. Just wait for her to jump on here. Okay. Gian, Diana, if you can hear me, I'm going to be signing off for the day, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6, okay?
Okay, David. Thank you. And yeah, we'll ask for the recording as well if
Yes.
you have time.
Yeah, absolutely. As soon as it compresses, then I'll put it into Google and I'll send you a link to it.
All right. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye-bye. Good night.